Well, good day, church. It's over. All of the text messages, all of the emails, all of the commercials, they're all done. The midterms were yesterday. All the votes are in, and we know the results, mostly. And now it is time for reflections and hot takes, and mine is one of them. When I was in college, I would remember arguing with people about politics, and we would argue about this policy or that policy, and then once we're done, we were done. We would move on to other things. I long for those days, because back in those days, politics was just one part of someone's life. And now, politics are identity. It's who we are. And that's not so good, because what it then happens is that every election becomes an existential event. If we vote for this person, we will save the world. And if the electorate votes the other way, well, it could mean the end of civilization as we know it. Methodist pastor Jason Micheli wrote something about 2 years ago that I found fascinating. And he talks about the fact that we live in an age of extreme political pathos. And what that means is that politics has become ultimate in our lives. That kind of a thing that is of central and maybe the thing that we would give to God, we have now given to politics. And he says this: the lesson is that we should not give our party politics the passion they seek. That is, we should not invest them with eternal importance. Once given the ultimate pathos it seeks, political ideology has the power to extract from us all sorts of self-justifications that lead us in directions contrary to the good. I think that he's on to something. Politics in 2022 has become an idol in our lives. Far too many Christians on the political left and on the political right have made politics their God, kind of displacing God. God becomes second in our lives. And there is a danger when you do that, because it can lead you down some roads you would never imagine taking, like storming the US Capitol. Now, please listen, I'm not saying that politics is not important. There are a lot of issues that the United States are facing, and there are political issues that we must deal with. And I am, like many people, concerned about the state of our democracy. But we have to put that in perspective, because when we make politics into an idol, and we think that voting this certain way or that this leader is going to bring us salvation, that doesn't do good for us or for our nation. Our faith isn't in a political party. It's not in the faith we don't have our faith in the Democrats or the Republicans. As the saying goes, Jesus is the Lord. Caesar, no matter if we even like that Caesar, is not. Our political leaders are going to fail us. Not because they're bad people, but because they're human. And because, like all humans, we sin and we fall short. And they're going to fail. But the Jesus who is Lord is never going to fail us. And that promise remains no matter who is in office. I want to close with this prayer. It's an election day prayer that was written by Stanley Hauerwas, a theologian. Hauerwas can be a bit of a crank, and Sometimes I think we need more cranks like Kauros in our lives. This is what he says. Sovereign Lord, foolish we are, believing that we can rule ourselves by selecting this or that person to rule over us. We are at it again. Help us not to think it more significant than it is, but also give us and those we elect enough wisdom to acknowledge our follies. Help us laugh at ourselves, for without humor, our politics cannot be humane. We desire to dominate and thus are dominated. Free us, dear Lord, for otherwise we perish. Amen. Take care, church. I'll see you soon.